Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're talking about a comic book channel called Suddenly Comics. He shoots his shot at your boy Sticky Goose and says, Sticky Goose is wrong. That is the title of the video. It is one of his most well-performing videos of his entire comic book YouTube career. And he just posted it like a couple days ago. So this is the gentleman in question, a British chap, out in his lawn, trimming his verge. And he shoots his shot as to why I am wrong about how all comic book collectors are just in it for the money. Nobody's in it just for fun. Suddenly Comics goes on this 10-minute rant where he shakily shows the camera or shows his phone to the camera. So I don't know what filming device he's using, but the poor man is trembling, showing my my likeness, my video to his audience, and then goes on to tell us about how it's not all about money, it's only 50% about money. I showed this to my wife last night and we laughed hysterically. I'm like, dude, you can't go out here and say that it's not all about money and then say it's about 50% about money. That doesn't work. You missed the point. But it gets better. The comments of this video are must see. This is prime. If you know Sticky Goose Comics channel, this is where we are at with these comments. It is getting to the point where it is hilarious. Also, just the name Suddenly Comics. Are people just putting nouns and verbs and adjectives just in front of comics now? It's just getting stupid. Suddenly Comics? What does that even mean? Oh, Suddenly Comics! Bloody hell! Our first comment is Ron Dale. JY8ET 74927899. Gotta agree with you. I think Sticky Goose wants to puff up his numbers. He also did one where he had his wife roast all his fellow comic book YouTubers. Rude. Enjoyed your video. We'll be back. You are correct on us, comic buffs. Everyone does it in a different way. Cash is not my motivation. Don't agree with slabbing, can't read it, which is why it was created in the first place. If you want to see a couple of positive YouTube video channels, check out Pop Comics, very passionate, knowledgeable about many sorts of comics, and also Mike at Lunch Money Comics, such a good, positive guy with an insane collection and a good heart, who's not about money at all and doesn't sell any comics, by the way. Quite Nuff Sayer. He's among those who never was into comics until the boom. Then saw making videos as an opportunity. It's essentially a video production gig with ads, and that's all it is. The guy knows nothing about comics. I've noticed other channels who did this and stopped making videos. What are those channels? But as long as the YouTube algorithm promotes him and he cashes in on ad revenue, he'll be there, trying to drive views, and he's not alone in this fairly new phenomenon. It runs the gamut of niches one can think of. Who are those other channels that quit? I know nothing about comic books? Man, Quite Enough Sayer doesn't watch any of my comic book videos, does he? Neither does anyone else. Javnik8512. This is a comment on my video. Anytime, everyone. Let me just read this one more time here. Anytime anyone uses an absolute like no one or everyone, they're automatically wrong. Anytime anyone. David Clark VU3DW789. You got in the game purely for the money. You married a woman because she was an attorney. Are you two going to build a family? David, are you okay? Charlton6674, perfectly said. I've stopped following this clown after that mean-spirited video that he did with his wife making fun of other comic book YouTube community members. He has nothing to say of any value as far as I'm concerned. Lee Rogers, 5318, possibly one of the most critical people of Sticky Goose out there. I was collecting comics when Sticky Goose was nothing but one of millions of other hopeful sperm residing in his dad's gonads. He is nothing but a used car salesman of comic books. I don't sell comic books on my channel. Like Suddenly Comics, I loved collecting comics, and as a 9-year-old kid, which was over 50, 60 years ago, I was immersed in the storylines and art. Any true comic collector would back me up on this. There were no likes and no comments. No one backed up Lee Rogers. The Gray Man. If you haven't seen the Gray Man's channel, you need to see the Gray Man's channel just to put this into some context before I read this comment. I did think of commenting on Stinky Moose's video, but I couldn't even be bothered to watch it. The guy seems to me to just like drama and stirring up controversy. It irks me that people watch his load of waffle and ignore my videos. They watch his load of waffle and ignore my videos that are proper comic book nostalgia, I think. No accounting for taste, though, I guess. I am a collecting bug and reading art in the main. If it was financial, I wouldn't buy so many run fillers. You mentioned me just as I was writing that sentence too. Haha, good timing. Gray Man, let me just explain this to you. No one watches your channel because it's not interesting or engaging or well done or well edited or edited at all. So the Gray Man, you need to kind of pump your brakes about getting mad that no one's watching you. So just take a chill pill and maybe make some better videos. User OM3XS9UP7S. I like Sticky Goose. He is funny and has had some great points. But lately, he has gone off the rails. Recently, he said vintage comics are unreadable, but I love reading those. If you don't like Kirby and Silver Age, why do you collect them? I guess for him, it really is all about the money then. Well, I collect them because they're pieces of history. I collect them because they're incredible covers with incredible art. Just the story sucks ass, dude. It's terrible. And you're lying to yourself if you don't think so. God Loves Comics writes this novel, which I've kind of trimmed down here. God loves comics. Does he? Collecting and speculation channels, with a few exceptions, are not typically my lane, but occasionally these morons, Swagglehoss, hey, that's my friend, and comics as investments, hey, he's maybe my friend one day, who only talk about comics like they are dealing with the stock market, pop up in my feed, as do drama queens like Sticky Goose and Journo, where every title is about how the sky is falling, worst comic shops, and being shadow banned from conventions. No wonder I can't stomach them. Anyway, considering how long I've followed comics, my collection is relatively small, and almost every comic I own is because of the art or nostalgia. Every comic I buy currently is because of the art. Of course, you can occasionally buy a duplicate or something that may blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Nobody cares, dude. Nobody cares. CC Culture 9681. Sticky is not wrong, and neither are you. Hey, which came first, the love of the comics or the value of the comics? The chicken or the egg? Both have gone hand in hand since a group of consciousness of comic collecting emerged in the 60s. Some are at either end of the spectrum of pure love or pure value, but most are in the middle, I suspect. I agree with that. Ratty Snatter with a close-up, creepy-ass profile picture. Sticky is a troll and bad for our hobby. Look in the mirror, bro. New collectors, unfortunately, can't see through his noise and misinformation. Totally agree with you. Bad for the hobby, bad for collectors, bad for new people. Sticky Goose Comics. B. Vander Mersch. This is your best performing video. The Sticky Goose effect is real. Suddenly Comics says, unfortunately true. Yikes. Derek Rice, 5203. It's an opinion. I don't agree with it 100%, but to each his own. In my opinion, a lot of collectors are hybrids. You buy what you love and you buy good deals to flip for books you do love. So you buy comic books you don't love so that you can sell them to buy the comics you do love. So you're buying comics just for the money, right? The fact that I've seen multiple YouTubers making Sticky Goose reaction videos is kind of funny. His master plan is working. Sequential Geek, maybe one of the most crazy, psychotic people on comic book YouTube. My man just basically posts other comic book YouTubers' videos on his channel. No editing, no nothing, just posts them. No real comic book reader or collector has ever posted slabs on a wall in rows to seen passive aggressively on some social media video site. Social media is like YouTube ShillTube should be avoided by people new to comic book collecting. Are you okay, Sequential Geek? Figure Drawing 4912, a frequent commenter of Sticky Goose comics, well, it used to be. Stinky Goose doesn't even like comics. He's fake to an embarrassing degree. Not even the OG Marvel stuff. Fake ass collector, bitch ass collector, Sticky Goose. Tauron 1. To be fair, based on your own comments, Sticky Goose is 50% correct, right, not 100% wrong. If, as you say, 50% of the people collect for financial reasons, then he is partially correct. I do tend to agree that a large segment of the collector market is in it solely for turning a profit. I see them on a regular basis at shows and conventions. There is nothing necessarily wrong with that either. Then it helped drive up prices for books. I usually separate the collector from the reader. One buys for the enjoyment of the book for one reason or another, the other for investment. And he goes on talking about this. So, hey, I'm at least 50% right. Spinner Rack Studios. I think you misconstrue his video. I realize the title of the video is No One Collects Comics Just for Books, comic books just for fun. It's about money. But if you listen to the entire video, I think it makes it pretty clear that his argument is that people who say the value of their collection does not matter are all kidding themselves. Throughout the video, he acknowledges that collecting and enjoying the character and art and stories are part of it. The fact that you indicate at the 205 mark that that value is about 50% of the importance to you kind of proves his point. Yikes. Ronald Bourgeoisie, 1255. His channel was good at the start, but it's changed. And he never used to swear now, and like he does now. Shit. Johnny R 859. Damn, the Sticky Goose effect is real. Lee Rogers again. Sticky Goose is detrimental to comic collecting in many ways. His videos seem designed solely for clickbait. Lee, do you know what clickbait means? I don't think you do. Clickbait does not mean that a video is really good at getting your attention. I follow through in my videos. If I make a title about something or I show a thumbnail about something, it's about that shit, Lee. It's about that shit. So clickbait does not apply here. If I made a title in a video about Trump is collecting comic books. I don't fucking know if Trump's collecting comic books. That's a lie. That's clickbait. That's not real. His videos seem designed solely for clickbait, and none of my acquaintances give him any recognition. Are you saying you don't have any friends, Lee? It's amusing to see someone so full of themselves, assuming they speak for everyone else. Thank you for making this video. Do I speak for everyone, Lee? I don't think I speak for anyone else but myself. I think I make that pretty clear. Pootie Tang, 5456. Sticky Goose is boring as hell. But funny because he recently made a video about loser channels using his name in the title to get more views. For Sale 100. Sticky Goose is a wet blanket. I don't know what that means, but it just was funny. Bob Boozy. I have collecting bug bites. Oh, Tim Ryerson, 26. You are taking Sticky Goose too seriously. Yeah. He purposely stirs the pot to get people like you to react. Yeah. Yeah, he gets a lot of views because he is intentionally controversial. Yeah. But he is doing these videos tongue-in-cheek. Sort of. He doesn't really believe what he is saying. Sort of. He knows perfectly well that collectors buy comics for other reasons than making money. Sort of. But he is smart in that he knows if he makes a strong assertion that will spur a comic community reaction, he will get lots of clicks and people will talk about him on their own channels, which will drive more eyeballs to his site. Very shrewd marketing tactic. Dan Delatorre. This is from Instagram. God bless Dan. He posted this at like 3 a.m. Many people collect comic books for fun, genius. Please get out of the hobby. Dan, I'm not going anywhere. Horvath Songran Fume 65.8. I collect comics for the women. Oh my God. Aaron Ness Music. I like Sticky Goose. I collect comics to piss people off. Guys, these are some of the most hilarious comments I've seen. What do you guys think? What is Suddenly Comics right? Is 50% 50% of it about making money? Is 100% about it making money? Who the hell knows? What do you guys think? If at any point in time you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like this video, subscribe for more. Take care.